Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. Thank you for tuning in. It is my honest and truthful pleasure and passion to be here with every one of you. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Today is May 19th, and I will be reading for the featured sign of Cancer today. As I go around my zodiac wheel, we are on the second half of May already. May 19th, man. I mean, it's it's going so quickly. Today is actually the last day of Taurus season. Happy birthday, Taurus, if that is someone who's cross-watching for Cancer, or just because you want to try this channel and see what it's like. And I welcome you always. But also, I want to say that tomorrow starts Gemini season. So we're right in between the two, and it's the quarter moon, as they call it. It's that time when we can kind of consider some new things. We've reviewed some other things. We're going into a lot of new energy, a huge difference between the earth element of Taurus and the air element and vitality and movement and flexibility and changes that happen with Gemini, which I'm sure everybody will feel on some level. And so you, Cancer, of course, are a water element. And what I like to do is I will always read for the highlighted connection with you 3 major categories. Now, this is done right in front of you. I never know what the highlighted connection will be. Hopefully it'll be something that makes sense to you, someone you're with, a friend, any type of love connection. It could be a feeling that you're having, or you have a predominance of this particular energy or element in your natal chart. So you can always look that up for free. I highly recommend you do. And so we'll pick this quickly. This is always spirit guided, and it's there's a reason. There's a very definite reason for it. So let me pick that right now. Cancer and Cancer. We'll try one more time. Not that I don't do that. There's plenty of relationships and things of the same sign, right? You just understand each other very, very well, and you kind of click together naturally. And it went to Aquarius. Now, I did just read Aquarius as the highlighted sign, so I don't do 2 days in a row, but 3 is the charm, right? And you have Pisces. Well, it's interesting because I read for Pisces as well. It must have been the day before. Let me just double check. I apologize. I don't want to read, even though Spirit is helping us, you know, we want to get as much variety in as I can during my monthly readings. And I mean, sometimes it's just what needs to be. I mean, there's a predominance of it. So no, Taurus had Pisces. So yeah, it's been a day. I'm going to go back with Pisces. I understand it, and I'm going to explain that to you right away. First and foremost, you're both water signs, okay? This is an amazingly beautiful, harmonious, and loving, heart-centered relationship, okay? Of all kinds. Now, when you have the same, forgive me, when you have the same element, you're going to naturally attract to each other. It's just one of those things where there's, like I said, that fundamental kind of synergy that goes on. You know, you get each other. I mean, you're different in many ways. Your charts are no doubt different, but it's just this commonality that can't be mistaken. And it feels good. It's a flowy kind of, especially water, flowy energy that happens. Now, you are a cardinal sign, Cancer, so that means that you really love to initiate things. You like to keep busy, you like to do things, and I would bet for majority of the Cancers I've certainly met, it has to do with things that will definitely help your security in life, your family, okay? Those that you consider family, your legitimate family. Certainly, you love to be a homemaker a lot of times, and you like to, your home is your castle. You love, it's your domain, and you can do all sorts of things in life. You're a social person on one side of the coin. You do like to start committees and groups and things, and maybe fellow mothers and, you know, committees that have to do with taking care of family in some capacity, and so many more other careers. I mean, I've known Cancers of every single type of career there is, and you do an extremely good job at whatever you do. You're very heart-centered, like I said. You care a lot. You're compassionate and shrewd. You know how to make things happen, and you can really build upon a good nest of financial security by being smart and money-minded and not feeling as frivolous with your money as some, you know, signs do. And it pays off in the end, right? So that's part of your character. You are ruled by the moon. And the moon is one of the most feminine qualities. That's the intuition that all of us have, right? And yours is extremely natural, very, very strong, especially at this time. I'm not just saying that. There's so much with the Pisces. Jupiter went into Pisces on the 13th. So it's been in Aquarius, the air sign, right? The thought, the mind, education, communication, information is huge and will be for many years to come. There'll be a predominance of air. And that works for everybody, especially for you, Cancer, in the sense that you're very sensitive. You know about how to feel and how to sense things around you extremely well. It is your claim to fame, if you will. People look to you for, when you have a hunch or, an insight to things, they trust that. They think, okay, you just know. That's just part of your wonderful gift of being a water element and a Cancer. And you know about the changes of tides and, literally how the moon affects the tides and the changes in cycles and, repeated cycles or just life in general. Okay, that's just something that just happens to be very natural to you, but it's also very wearing on the body to have that innate ability to take in the energy. So you like to retrieve whenever possible and to kind of regenerate yourself, if you will. And so I find a lot of times water signs and Cancers in particular, they like to be in their home. Like I said, they like to make it very comfortable and cozy and accommodating so that they can just rest and start fresh every day in whatever way that means, but in your own area that makes you feel the most comfortable. So I do want to I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I do want to make a comment. I have a beautiful kitten I adopted last year named Eclipse, right before your eclipse last year on June. I adopted him on June 17th. I named him Eclipse, and then we had the beautiful eclipse in Cancer on the equinox of spring and your sun season, Cancer, and I'm letting him in the room right now, so he's playing around. I thought all the times before, he's a very rambunctious cat at times, kitten, he's just a year, and I thought, nope, I'm gonna let it do it because I'm hearing him start to meow outside. So bear with me if you hear him or if something happens to the camera. That'll be the reason, but I'm trusting him. I think he's gonna be okay, and if possible, I'll even bring him up to the camera. He is my soulmate, and he's an amazing, beautiful cat. So I apologize. Going back to your reading. Your highlighted connection is the Pisces. Pisces has come up for another, one. And then, of course, I read for Pisces the last sign for the end of last month. But Pisces is an incredibly sensitive and nurturing, caring, selfless sign, which is something you absolutely resonate with, something you too are very much, you devote your life to other people often, and you really just love this sensitivity you both share so very deeply. Pisces is a mutable sign, so they are very adaptable. They like to go with the flow. They represent the duality of the two fish, the extremes in life, right? The life and death circumstances, reincarnation, rejuvenation, all the things I mentioned. It's just who they understand to be. They're the wise soul. They take on every single element and energy from the 11 signs prior to them as the 12th sign. They are definitely artistic and creative, as are you, and also very sensitive, psychic, and clairvoyant at times, empathic, all of the things that happen with water signs, because they have this strong sense of senses. They just really feel people's feelings, and sometimes can take them on, which can be overwhelming. So once again, it's time to have the downtime, the time for retreat. What's really cool is, like I said, we have Jupiter in the sign of Pisces. So being around that kind of energy, there's going to be an upliftment. There's going to be extra luck coming your way, just kind of being in the right place at the right time. Circumstances will fall in your lap, if you will, especially Pisces, of course, but you may, Cancer, have a Pisces natal chart in your chart. It's going to be pretty special, and it's just a preview. So Jupiter's been in Pisces since the 13th and will remain there through July 28th. And during that time, I'm just really curious if you want to share with me. I would love to know, because I just want to know what special things came in for you that were just maybe completely unexpected, or that you were working on, dreaming about, literally and figuratively, because dreams come very much in the picture with Pisces. And Pisces was historically ruled by Jupiter as well. Jupiter is extremely comfortable in Pisces. And more modernly, it's Neptune. And Neptune is the planet of undergod, you know, the underworld, the unseen, the fantasy, the illusion, the deception at times, right? As with the moon can be concerns, worries, and not knowing, you know, not seeing clearly, but also the strength and ability to be in tune with our incredible intuition and our higher power, you know, that gut, that knowing, that essential part of water signs, basically. So I don't know, I love this a lot for the two of you in whatever realm this love may be. It's going to be very, very nice. And we are approaching not only Gemini season, and well, Venus has gone into Gemini, or will be, I think, in a day. We do have Mars in your sign, Cancer, and that's been beautiful because it's really lifted you and energized you. Mars is the planet of war and aggression and power and energy and, you know, forward movement, basically, right? Now, it sounds a little harsh, but when you have the sensitivity that you have, a lot of times it's not easy to speak up. It's not easy to express. You feel everything, but this expression part sometimes is a little more difficult. Well, the Mars will bring that out, and it'll definitely make you feel extremely empowered and strong and courageous and all the things that Mars does. So I like that for you a lot, and I think it's helped you in ways I don't know specifically. This is a general, but if nothing else, the energy to get motivated, right? Now, with the up and coming retrograde, we're already in the shadow period, and I laugh because I'm watching my favorite channels and, you know, spiritual mentors I've had for years I've been watching, and they're tripping over their words too, because that's what happens. And we do our best, and it's pretty amazing. But Mercury is the fastest planet, and it does represent, you know, just the mind and thoughts and speech and communication. Anything moving, a lot of times, any technology is very much in tune with Mercury. And when it's in retrograde, it appears to be going backwards. So everything does actually slow down. You feel it, you know, there's delays, there's postponements, there's reschedules, there's everything needs to be checked twice. And that's the easiest way to explain it. You know, and know that it's a time for retreat and rest, which is what I was getting to. So this works well for you, Cancer, anyway, because you like the ability to do that. You like to be able to calm yourself and be at peace and not feel rushed. Certainly, because I think a lot of times you work extremely hard. Both Pisces and Cancer can burn the midnight oil, okay? But this allows you, by default, to just take it slower, focus on what you've been focusing on prior to the retrograde, where you had this intention or this new idea, and it's formulating, and it's now a time to do the detail part, okay? And then once the retrograde goes forward again on the 22nd of June, regardless of the shadow period, not the day of, you know, that can be a little wonky. Things are going to go very, very well. It's just going to be, boom, fast moving. So yeah, those are some important aspects of astrology. But let me read the 3 major categories for this highlighted connection. And if somebody's saying, well, MaryAnne, I don't know the Pisces, you might get to know one in the not too distant future. Pisces and Jupiter and Pisces, however you want to say it. It can bring in a lot of interesting things. It can bring in unexpected things. And then we have the first eclipse at the end of the month on the 26th in Sagittarius. So this is about quick endings, beginnings, new transformation, complete changes in our lives. Some actually planned, some not even, had no clue, but it made an incredible difference. That was amazing and beautiful. And it has to do with healing, and it has to do with love and, you know, self-love and empowerment once again. Just really harmonizing, beautiful feelings. So we're all going to be feeling that. If you don't have a specific person It's just the feeling you're feeling because of that predominance of Jupiter. And I think for most part, it's just people are going to want that. I know some people don't want to get in their heart. It's hard to be vulnerable. It is. I'm an air sign, and I have a Pisces rising, so of course I have the oxymoron. I'm in my mind. I have to be strategizing. I have to be logical. It has to make sense. You know, I have to figure all the different angles and ways to communicate and talk and relate to people, as with my channel, and hopefully have people resonate and understand, and like-minded people. And then you have the watery aspect in that part where your heart is involved. And I'm telling you, when the heart's involved, it is the most powerful organ in our body. It is also the most intuitive, which people don't understand or necessarily know. There's a lot of books on that. The Heart Math is one. It's Heart Math Institute, which I've actually attended. It's here in California. I mean, I could go on and on about it. Our heart is an amazing, amazing instrument that it's very strong, but when it's hurt or when it's, you know, been affected in some way, it takes some healing. That's what Pisces will do. So the two of you together can have some amazing energy and fun and, you know, love and compassion in the next couple of months. Let's see what the first category is for you. It's the overall energy, and if you have not looked at the beginning of the month readings, I always suggest you do that. Okay, the Four of Swords. I like this a lot. This is the Aquarius energy, Gemini, which we're approaching tomorrow, and then there is an actual Gemini eclipse on the 10th. So huge amounts of air energy, meaning thoughts, communication. You know, with Gemini, they're very social, they're active, they're kind of like everywhere. They're kind of a, okay, 1 second, my cat is now knocking the light. Okay, that's cool. Clipper, I call him Clipper for short. Here we go. I don't know if you've seen him, if he's gone past the camera or whatever. So no, there's definitely thought still happening because there's that predominance of energy, even though Jupiter has been in Aquarius as Saturn has. Saturn is the mind, and it's also restriction. It's keeping us on the straight and narrow, taskmaster, making sure we're doing everything we need to move forward and get the benefits, reap the results, right? It's not just going to come to us. With the Four of Swords, though, however, which is perfect, it's about retreating. We've thought ourselves silly, right? We have so many thoughts sometimes that they keep us up at night. This isn't the 8, which is self-inflicted concerns and worries and doubts that keep us up. Or the 9, and, you know, and then 10 is the new cycle. But the reality is that it's time to relax. It's time during this retrograde you've done what you can. You've started the process. Just relax. Trust in the process. Allow your thoughts to kind of melt and just go into the heart once again. If you're not feeling well, if you're recovering, it's a beautiful time. You will recover fully. And I mean, if it doesn't happen this moment, and time is not linear, of course, and I'm not a doctor, but it is definitely in the stages of preparing for complete wellness, and it has that ability to do so. So I like this a lot. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there is the stained glass, which means you are being blessed, you are always being watched, you are being guided, and you're being taken care of, okay? 4 is the symbol in the numerology representing stability and calmness, okay, and security, all the things that matter and that keep our minds less stressed or filled with anxiety. So I really like that right off the bat. And I hope you do too, especially with Gemini coming in, because it's going to be fast-moving energy, even with the retrograde. New ideas are going to come, and new relationships, people coming back into your life, friends, family. You know, there's going to be people going on vacations more. It's a lively time. It's a beautiful time. It's just also a time to make sure that you're checking things out and not going too quick, not making too many snap decisions, okay? Second category is that of possible blessings or obstacles. Oh my gosh, 8 of Swords. Okay, so you have a lot of air element that you've been affected by. And I understand that. We all have. It's a lot of, even though you're these wonderful water signs, the predominance of Aquarius with Jupiter in that sign, as well as Saturn has really affected your thoughts and how you want to change how you're communicating, apparently. Well, the 8 is what I mentioned just before. It's what's been holding you back. It's the uncertainties and the worries. And may I just say that having a Pisces rising, I'm not trying to, be unkind in any way, but as a water sign, we tend to worry. We tend to take on, and we feel things, and we're not 100% sure sometimes, right? But we do know things have happened, and we do experience and remember things very well too, past circumstances. That's especially known for you too, Cancer. You don't forget easily. You're very sentimental, and maybe you've just been hurt from a lot of the situations that have happened in the last year. I know a lot of us have. And it kept you up, and it made you concerned and worried about your family, perhaps, your well-being, your finances, all the things that could be representative of our mind and our thoughts. But that's the possible obstacle, okay? It's always something that I love about the 8 of Swords, is that it is something we can change in a heartbeat, because thoughts are that fleeting. They're like the clouds, okay? That's the air that it's moving. It's constantly moving. And remembering to just relax and do maybe meditate more. Use your incredible intuitive, guides and your higher powers to calm yourself, because we can do that too. The deep breaths are so important for healing. I've come to know that in the past decade or more, that it's absolutely changed. It's changed my life. It changes my work as a massage therapist. It's a very healing, natural gift that we have. So yeah, to let those thoughts go, you create them, you can change them. Let's see what the last category, which is going to be that of finances, and yes, it is an energy. It's about wealth, and wealth could definitely be about money. It could also certainly be about the collaboration between this highlighted connection and the two of you standing together and contributing and, helping each other out, supporting each other, certainly, but health having to do with your well-being of all types, in your relationship, in your physicality, in your emotional status. So the emotions have to do with our thoughts once again. The thoughts create emotions, I should say. Let's see what this, by the way, I'm using this beautiful movie tarot for the middle of the month, which I love. It's just really fun. And it has all the famous movie stars and their movies they've been in. And I like to share that with my book if I don't remember exactly what they are. We don't have that yet. They're usually in the major arcana and a lot of the court cards. So let's see if you can pull a movie star for your finances. Every single, ooh, nope, but you got the 8 of coins. Oh, that's fantastic. 8s represent abundance and prosperity and incredible capability of manifestation. And they are the earth sign. So here we are in the last day of Taurus, which is extremely compatible for you. Water and earth really work well together, and it's about your resources. It is about your stability and your security, and that is what earth represents, the practical parts of our life, right? The things we can touch and feel, the tangible things. We work hard and we see the money that comes from it, hopefully, right? We plant the seeds in our garden, we see the results. We see the tomatoes coming, we see the nature's bounty that's there for us, but we put in the work to plant the seed. 8 is about that very, very thing, and you're working hard, and you are definitely getting closer to that 10 of Pentacles, which is the ultimate. It's the happiness and the family and the security and the proper job and all the beautiful things that make you feel good, and that you can, feel secure and stable. The root chakra is associated with that as well. So the worries and things, you can let them go if you want this to really, really grow, okay? And that was rhyming, but I didn't mean it to. So I like that, I really do. Now remember, the first one is the 4, that's the respite, that's the relaxation of the thoughts. The middle one is the possible blessings or obstacles. It's really up to you. Are you going to allow these thoughts? Because you may have some air in your chart, and that is a predominant kind of a trait for the air. It's just in the mind, constantly trying to work things through. Don't let it get to a point where you're just so concerned or worried or any of those things that you lose sleep and it affects your health and your well-being, because then you won't be able to produce and really do the best you can, okay? believe in your capabilities and your powers. You have them. I know you've been shown that many times in your life, Cancer. So let me finish with this beautiful rune that I like to pull. One of the most important and powerful, I should say, oracles in my mind. That just helps to kind of culminate the reading. I pick one, I put it on the second one, and we'll see what it has to be for you today. Oh, you know that I don't think I've ever pulled this one. This is a relatively new thing. I did ask for this. New gift for Christmas to start memorizing throughout the years, because I believe in them so much and their incredible wisdom and just desire to help us and inspire us. I have never pulled this one. Okay, so I'm going to go on the back of my little cheat sheet here and show you. I hope it shows up. It's an interesting little glyph. I don't know exactly what it is yet. I don't remember, and I'm not, knowledgeable enough, though I've studied and looked into the other beautiful rune readers and masters in this field. Oh, it's called Jera. It's number 12. And 1 + 2 = 3 in numerology, and 3 is about growth. 3 is about help. 3 is about community, other people, third party, right? Family, maybe a third party in the family. Maybe growing that, not worrying about it, allowing it. When you rest, the body allows things to be more fertile. It's just a known fact. Maybe working and understanding that extra income somehow between the two of you singularly will help provide for perhaps a family member comes to mind very strongly right now with my intuition, which is a big part of my readings. Well, I hope that's the case if that's what you're wanting, because it's a very fertile time. It has been in the time of Taurus. It's maybe already happened. Maybe you are expecting. Congratulations on that. One of the most important and beautiful times in my life was having my children. I'm forever grateful. And so let me read to you specifically, though, what this means and what time frame this is, and then the words associated with this. So I said it was number 12. And but also 12 is 3 is growth. It's definitely expansion. It's an idea that's growing, and And so what it says is the time frame and period is between December 14th and December 28th. So this is actually between Sagittarius time and Capricorn. So maybe something that's happening this moment as I'm doing the reading will be fully fertile, and the harvest will be there, I should say, by this time frame. Perhaps a child. Let me think about that. If you're already pregnant and you know this and it's new and it's just come about, maybe you're 4 months along, let's say, so it's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So you could be in the first trimester and having your child in December, a lot of you. Just saying. Let's see what it says further. Also the fact that this beautiful full lunar eclipse in Sagittarius is happening. So it's about higher learning. It's about travel. It's about, other countries, foreign exchange, some relevance to, travel, of course, and not necessarily physically, but in the mind or through technology these days, right? You can be anywhere and speak to anyone in the world. That's very, very prominent. Truth comes through when it's about Sagittarius. So the words associated are, first of all, let me just say right off the bat, Jera means harvest. So it's true. Whatever's been planted, and this is a great synchronicity. Thank you, Spirit. The harvest will be in December. So the words associated are result, yield, benefit, a marriage, arranged for mutual success or interest, healing, recovery, completion of a cycle. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm talking about. I talked about healing. I talked about the incredible energy and just beautiful possibilities and prosperity of everything with Jupiter in Pisces now, which is super healing. So it's just so beautiful. Let me read that again, though. It said, a marriage arranged for mutual interests. Well, there's a lot of, arranged marriages, but I don't know exactly what that means, and it doesn't have to mean matrimony. It could certainly mean a marriage of business and that sort of thing too. It's all inclusive, but it's beautiful information. It's uplifting, wonderful culmination of the readings. So I hope that makes sense. And if you're not feeling it now, just give it some time, because there's a lot happening between now and the end of the year. I can promise you that. And really beautiful transformational things for so many of us this year. And allowing that, and loving it and feeling really grateful for it. So the last two oracles will be for every single Cancer and every one of your relationships, Cancer, in addition to this Pisces. And I am using this month for the mid-months of the wisdom of the oracle by Colette Baron Reed. And it's simply put that there's a lot of wisdom in the oracles that they share with us on a daily, and sometimes we hear it and we understand it, and sometimes we miss it, but I like to just bring it in your face, up in your grill, as they say. And this one's specifically for you and chosen for you. And it's sent with love always. And hopefully an inspiration for your life and what you choose. And you have the card Blessed. And I feel really, really grateful to share that with you, because that's how I feel. And it is 22. That is a master number, and it equals 4. And there you have, once again, the stability. Something that you haven't felt for a while, and you're feeling very, very strongly about, and you're feeling extremely grateful, because that's what you do. You are a grateful, spirit, and you share that with others on numerous occasions, and we all appreciate you for that as well. But look at this beautiful card. And just recognizing the blessings, being especially grateful, and putting that out there to the universe. It doesn't hurt ever. I mean, I know you are, but sometimes if you actually say it out loud, or you write it out, and I do my gratitude log every day just because I learned that from years ago, and it just instantly makes me start my day better for knowing just how much I really have, So let me read to you what it says, if I may, from the booklet itself. And 22. Oops, I opened up to 23. Well, it says essential meaning, something wonderful that is unearned and expected, grace that is unforeseen, gift from spirit. That's Jupiter. That is Jupiter in its fullest form, okay, its highest form. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it more than other signs, because you're a water sign. And that's beautiful. And so the oracle message is there are moments in life when out of the blue it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You know how that feels? You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It is as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down inside you did not deserve any of it, although you really do. And yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. Isn't that beautiful? I'm happy. I'm so happy. And I know in some way, and I know there's always going to be some things maybe that come up in all of our lives, right? I think those things that'll be a little more challenging are going to be easier and more workable. And the outcomes will come a little easier, perhaps, is what I'm sensing from that beautiful, beautiful oracle message for you. And last but not least, my Super Attractor Manifestation deck, my OG deck, where, we create the life we want every moment, in every thought, and certainly in how we feel. So it's about feeling good as often as possible and bringing that good feeling life into our lives, right? And that's it's our birthright. It is so important to create our lives the way we want them to be, and to know that we can. And I'm sure you've done it many times. And I'm happy for you to do that. And I'm happy to share that, because anything I can share that would be of help in any way is exactly why I do my channel. And so let us pick for you, beautiful Cancers, sensitive, loving Cancers. I've had some really great friends that were Cancers. There we have the green for the heart. Feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. Oh my gosh, all I pray for every day. Please let me be as healthy as I can be. And it makes everything so much better. It's simple. It's a mantra. It's an affirmation, I call it. Whoops, my cat's really going to town now. One quick second. No, sweet babes. I'm going to bring him up here for just a second. Come here. You want to come up and show Mom? Nope, he doesn't want to do that. Well, I love this, and I hope you feel this right now. But like I said, give it some time. Thank you for your time. If you have not subscribed, please do me a favor and push that subscribe button, that like. It means a lot. It's super supportive for my channel. And I greatly appreciate it, every one of you. And so thank you again, and have a beautiful rest of the day and the rest of the month. And come back and see me, okay? I will be here for you. Take extremely good care. I love you. Bye for now.